All right, boys and girls, let's get started on Math Boxes 6.8. All right, number 1, it says shade the beaker to show 1 liter of liquid, okay? We know that it shows right now 500 milliliters, and if you remember, we said that it takes 1,000 milliliters to equal 1 liter. So we would need to shade this all the way up to here. So go ahead and shade it nice and neatly. And I'm going to just do it this way. So you should have done it all the way up to 1,000 milliliters. Number 2, label each part with a fraction. So I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So I must be talking about fourths. Because remember, the number apart tells me what my denominator is, and that is always the bottom number. And then shade in 2 parts. So I'm going to shade in this part and this one. Always shade in right next to each other, so that way you're able to see what they want you to see. So you should always shade your parts right next to each other. Okay, and what fraction did you shade? So I shaded 2/4, which can be written like this, or the fraction version of it, 2/4, and we know that 2/4 is equal to 1/2, okay? Number 3, shade each circle to show the fraction, so 1/6. So if I count these, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I only want to shade in one of those. Okay, and then I want to shade in 1/2. There's 2 parts there. So remember, the top number tells me how many parts I want to shade in. So that would be 1 part out of the 2, and that would show me 1/2. And then circle the larger fraction. So 1/2 would be my larger fraction. I could tell by the size of the 2 pieces that I shaded. All right, number 4. Natalia's saxophone lesson starts at 3:30 p.m. If she arrives at 3:15 p.m., how many minutes early is she? So I want to go from 3:15 to 3:30. Okay, so I'm going from the 3 to the 6 on my clock. So if you count 4, 5, 6, and each one of them count as 5 minutes, and I add them up, I come up with 15 minutes. So D would be my answer. And number 5, it says there are how many half inches shown on this roller? Okay, if I go from here to here, that's 1. To here, that gives me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that gives me 12 half inches on my roller. All right, boys and girls, this concludes Math Boxes 6.8.